Okay, now I am going to regret not putting on some sandals or shoes or something. Hey, hello friends. I'm Graham and this this is my garden. This is going to be a little bit of a walkthrough tour, and the grass and stuff, something's wet. So, and I have bare feet, so I will deal with it. First thing I want to do is I want to turn the camera around. Look at all the green grass. Woohoo! I put the tether ball in the middle. So I have been one busy body. Just yesterday and today, quite busy. Yes, I did get a haircut. Yes. Can you see where the new mulch is? That's in this whole area. I haven't spread that there out yet, but can you see where the new mulch is? So I got all that new mulch to bring that level up because it has sunken in 2 years. It has sunken almost, well, about 2 or 3 inches. And then over here in the play area, I know it looks like a lot, but don't worry, I'll spread it out. But I got some more mulch going in there. I got some garbage it looks like the kids have brought out here that I got to do something with. And then I'm going to fill that area way back there with some more mulch. Wood chips, same thing. No, seriously, wood chips, mulch, same thing. Okay, I am now standing on wet grass. I will be setting this up, this old carport. I'll be setting it up very soon. It is going to be my new fruit cage. And inside my fruit cage, I've decided that I'm going to put some sort of greenhouse or polytunnel or something like that. And then that way, so in the winter time, all of the grapes and stuff that are on the fruit cage will be done, and there'll be will be stems. There won't be any leaves or anything. And so that'll give me full sun. And then in the summertime, the fruit cage over the greenhouse will shade the greenhouse. Come on, it's like natural shading. Now, it may not be the first year, may not be the second year, but maybe the third or the fourth year. Eventually, it'll completely cover the entire fruit cage. Will be completely covered by these guys. These are freshly watered grapes. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I'm excited. Next year I'll have fruit on these guys, hopefully. But I'm going to still have my arbor that goes up over this, made out of cattle panels. But I have harvested tons of tomatoes off of here. I have one little one way back here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's left tons and tons of green tomatoes. This thing just, it keeps wanting to put out. It's pretty cool. And then this here, I know it kind of looks like a raspberry bush. However, this is not raspberry. This is called a thimbleberry. Thimbleberries grow wild here in my area, and they're basically a raspberry bush that doesn't have as much moisture or as much water content. So they're basically the same thing, except they're not quite the same thing. Anyways, that's something I'm growing just to kind of, I don't know, see if I can. It's a wild creature, if you will, of the area. So, but now let's show you what the progress is. I have been diligently moving wood chips, and I have been using this really awesome device. I've been wanting to build one for a long time and just never got around to it. Well, the Lord decided to bless me with this. This is a screed, and it fits perfectly over my wheelbarrow. And then I can screed out my wood chips and get my compost from them, which is what's I've been busy. So you can see all of this underneath my feet, and then I've gotten to this point. This is where the corn was. If you remember, I had corn here. I pulled all the corn out. I saved up, I think there's, what is there? I think there's 6 things of corn that were worth saving. I saved those. I'm going to let them finish drying off completely, and then I'm going to harvest the seeds from them and then plant corn again next year. But this is blowing my mind. When I first moved into this property, I just put down wood chips. That's all I had. I just put wood chips down. Throughout the entire garden area is nothing but wood chips. I didn't sift it. I didn't do anything to make it better. I just put wood chips down. And then this last spring, I cleaned out the chicken coop, and I took all that compost that I got out of the chicken coop, and I just laid it right on top of those wood chips. I'm surprised that I got anything to grow, honestly. I mean, I got tons. I have more to harvest yet, but I have tons and tons of parsley. I had a great harvest of spinach. I mean, look at this thing. This is amazing. This is my pride and joy right here. This is a kale plant, but look at the stalk on that. I mean, this is my hand. This thing is huge, you guys. All of that grew in these horrible wood chips. I mean, what a horrible condition. It was just wood chips. There was nothing, maybe a little bit of compost on top, a couple inches, but wood chips. And I got that. And I'm thinking, whoa. If I was to get rid of the wood chips and have just the compost, just imagine what would happen. So I'm thinking, okay, how do I do this? Oh, I know. I am going to take that garbage, big chunky wood chips, I'm going to sift it. And that's what I did. I ran it through that sieve, or screed, and I got this. Isn't that amazing? I mean, it's just, look at this. The softest, most amazing stuff you could ever imagine. It's just fantastic. So, oh, that was awesome. Car passing by. This is amazing stuff. So what I'm going to do is I am going to continue to screed out that stuff, or sieve that stuff, get this stuff, and cover my entire garden with it. Now, trust me, this it's taken me 2 days to get what little bit I have here. But I think it's worth it. This is amazing. And the smell is so natural and so amazing, so sweet. It's literally like going into the forest and grabbing a bunch of forest floor and enjoying the forest floor. Now this is the way Back to Eden gardening was supposed to be. This is awesome, you guys. Next year is going to be the best year I have ever had in my life in the garden. I'm so excited. I am so excited. I had a great year this year. I'm going to have an even better year next year. And I just can't wait. I really just can't wait. I'm so... Oh, wow. I don't know why I didn't think about this last year. before I put the compost down, I should have ran it through some sort of sieve, which I didn't have this one. And I should have gotten the big chunks of wood out of here, had this, and then put the compost on top of it. It would have been great. But this is amazing. Now, yes, I am watering. As you saw, it's really dry. Oh, here's another thing I learned. So these white pieces of fabric I have, they make fantastic weed barriers. However, the water doesn't go through them as well as I'd like. So, I think I'm going to say goodbye to them. I have a huge roll still left, but I think they need to go. Yeah, they'll help with some weed depression, just, keep the weeds down. But if this stuff isn't staying wet and isn't, holding the moisture, then it isn't doing me any good. I need this compost to hold the moisture, and it's not doing that with that stuff on it. It's almost like it's running off, going into the little slits and the little spots, and going down into the ground and dissipating and going away. So, I'm going to keep this up. I'm going to keep on doing what I'm doing here. It's working, you guys. It's a lot of work to get it where it needs to, but it's working, and this is amazing. So, next year will be the real true telling point if Back to Eden gardening works. I'm a little thick with where I'm at on my feet here. I'm probably just at 4 inches, maybe 5 inches. So when I go to plant, I'm going to have to plant a little deeper than normal. But I think that's going to be all right. So I'm going to finish this row here. I might take maybe like say this one out and try to do a little bit in that. This white one. Oh gosh, I can't stay straight. This white one out and do inside there. I might do the other two. I have to be very careful though, because right here I have some red Russian kale that I haven't even harvested yet. It's just had a really, really slow year. The majority of the kale didn't even frickin' produce, which after seeing what it's growing in, I'm really surprised that did what it did. And I'm very proud of that for doing what it's doing. Dude, no plant would ever want to grow in that. I can't imagine. I really can't imagine what is going to happen next year with all the hard, solid wood chips gone. This is going to be crazy, you guys. This is going to be nuts. So, I'm going to pull all the wood chips out of my barrels when all the foliage dies off. And I'll bring you along. I'm going to do some more videos because, you know what? I really should be back and I really should be doing this. But I'm going to pull all of that stuff out, all the wood chips. And the wood chips are gone. No more wood chips. From here on out, it's this stuff. I'm going to put this stuff in there on top of those barrels. And on top of all of those barrels. They're all going to get this stuff. And this stuff is amazing. Oh my gosh. It's fantastic. So, I'm going to do that. Okay, so pepper plants, they're not really producing. I mean, I've got peppers on here, but they're very small, compact plants. There's some peppers, okay? They need to be harvested, but they're very small, compact plants. All of them are like that. I've got peppers on them, but they're small and compact. These particular aromas I have this year are very elongated. They're good aromas. I purchased them from I mean, they were all seed packs. I purchased them from a Mennonite. Actually, that's the cool thing this year. That's so cool. I purchased all of my gardening plants, like other than the kale and the spinach and the stuff that I seeded. The peppers, the tomatoes, the eggplants, all that stuff came from the Mennonites this year. They started them all off for me. But these tomatoes, I'm going to probably try to harvest some seeds from them. They're aroma tomato. I'm not 100% in love with them. They're still green. You would think by now that the majority of them would be red. They're not. However, again, with the wood chips, and even though I planted them, I planted them in the soil, you guys, and then I put the wood chips around them. I think that still is a problem. I haven't done a test. I should do some sort of test. But wood chips as a mulch, or this fine, like, compost almost mulch, I think would do way better. Yeah, and of course these are determinants. This is my second year planting anything in this garden, especially tomatoes. I planted tomatoes last year and peppers last year. So far, this is the best I've gotten. My gut tells me that it's going to get better every single year I do this. Every year. So, crossing fingers. Hopefully it stays that way. But a couple other things that I wanted to touch on while I'm here with you in the garden. The fence. As you can see across the top here, I put some 2x4s. I need to finish the rest of this piece of fence. And the reason I did that is because some of the boards they're not in line with each other. So some are more forward, some are back, not very straight, and just kind of funky looking. And so I did that. I put those in there all the way across. Now what I'm going to do, I've got to finish the fence, okay, all the way across to the front and close this in. But after that's all done, I am going to take these fencing boards. I'm going to put them on this side as well. And then, like, where every other barrel or where every barrel is going to have something different in the front than what's in the back. And I'm thinking about doing a galvanized metal across the back. But I'm not 100% sure yet, so I'm still working on it. But I want to say, I think that's my son. And my daughter.
What happened now?
Show us your backflip, dude. Show us your backflip.
You ran the sprinkler? Wait, what happened to the trampoline and everything?
Did it get wet?
Yeah.
Oh, I ran the sprinkler. Sorry. These are the people that make my life worth living. Right here.
I'm adorable.
You're very much adorable.
No, I'm cuter than the video.
You will be picking up those socks, won't you?
I will.
Yeah? There's some on the side of the house as well that need to be picked up. We're going to make that happen.
Show me what you got.
He won't pick them up. He'll run in the house. So, anyways, I want to show you. The barrels are pretty sad. There's not a whole lot of soil in most of them.
Go again, little boy.
This is just a pepper plant. I'm not sure what exactly it is, but it's just kind of a joke. I'm seriously thinking about running independent watering into my barrels. So any of my barrels, I'm thinking about running independent watering. Not so much a drip system, maybe like a spray or something, but I'm not exactly sure. but my barrels themselves need to be independently watered. Unlike the wood chips in the ground, for some reason the barrel seems to drain and dry out a lot faster. Maybe because it's gravity takes the water down. It could be that. So that's what's going to end up happening is all of the barrels are going to be, I think they're going to be individually watered. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take these guys, these ugly, ugly, ugly barrels, and I'm either going to cut them in half or I'm going to cut them into 3 sections. Okay? So if I cut them in half, that's fine. If I cut them in 3 sections, that's fine. And I am going to have 3 rows of barrels. So it'll be tires, 1 row, 2 row, and 3 row of barrels, which will kind of go with the barrels. There will be space in between to walk between the barrels and the wall, and then there'll be space over here on the other side to walk between the fence and the barrel. But I'm gonna basically do raised beds basically with the barrels, and I'm really thinking about doing that. I watched a video with Terry. He has an allotment in England, and kind of what I saw him do, and I was like, why didn't I think of that? Cut them in half or cut them into thirds and do that. Might as well. I don't need them for the rest of my fence. The rest of my fence is all going to be with galvanized aluminum fence posts. And this is all primarily for architectural and for looks and stuff, because remember, every single one of my barrels are going to be wrapped basically in cedar fencing. So you won't ever see the barrels anyways. So might as well, right? So that's what I'm thinking. This fall, this winter, I'm going to be really busy in the garden on all of my free time. I always say I'm going to try to bring you in the garden with me. However, as you know, this last year has been an absolute joke trying to bring you along for the ride. I've been so incredibly busy. Trying to bring you along is just very time consuming, and I have very, very little time as it is. So, but I'm working now. Finally, I'm in the garden. I'm working. The height of the summer is now completely over. So having to go camping or fishing or spending time with the family outside of the garden is now done. Now I can spend my time in the garden until, well, snow gets here, basically. I have a few projects in the house that need to be done. I have some drywall and that kind of stuff, but for the most part, the garden needs to get prepped and ready for next year. And, I mean, come on. That's totally going to be ready for next year. And even if, I cover it like this, I can throw some compost on top of it. Just a little layer of compost on top of it. That all throughout the winter will seep down into it. I could probably get away with growing in this medium. I wouldn't say it's exactly what I should be growing in. I should be growing in the dirt. But you know what? With what I have, this stuff is top notch. It's what I need. Okay, so I got to work on this. This is going to be a project I'm going to work on for a while. But there's another project. Every single garden or an allotment needs one thing, and it's very important. It's a garden gate. And I have to build a gate. I am going to make this number one priority. It has to be. I need a gate. I need to finish this off and I need to put a gate here. I have to have a gate. Without a garden gate, it's not really a garden, is it? At least I don't think it is. So, anywho, that pretty much is the end of it. My ranting. Give you a little bit of a tour of what I've been up to. Very, very, very busy. But you gotta take care of life, unfortunately. Taking care of family and that kind of thing is priority number one before I get on here with you guys and have fun. I enjoy having my time with you here. I'm going to try to have more time with you here. There's not going to be any intros or anything like that. I'll just turn the camera on in the mornings or whatever and just go at it. Again, it'll be more of a vlog, I think, for a while, more than anything. But it's important. What do we say?
Bye for now. Bye for now.
Bye for now. How about before we say bye for now, we say...
Have a good day.
Comment.
Like the video and subscribe. Now.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.
Mamma mia.
Gotta take care of these guys first, unfortunately. No, not unfortunately.
Potatoes.
But I gotta take care of these guys.
Potatoes.
These are my kids, my babies.
Help. He's choking me.
And I do apologize for not being on YouTube a little bit more and sharing my life with you and my season with you, but...
And my carrots.
And your carrots.
Carrots.
Sharing your carrots.
You know. One like, one carrot for each of y'all.
You nuts.
Says the one with the bald.
Oh, don't go there.
That bald people. He has no hair.
I'm losing it.
I have beautiful hair.
You do. You
Puffy
have great
hair.
Shake it. Shake it, shake it. It looks crazy. All right, you guys. You have yourselves a fantastic rest of your day.
Bye for now, peeps.
And until next time, bye for now.